Action. Okay.
Oh, good afternoon and welcome to Clarion Call. So some say they like to text, others say they prefer to speak face to face, but it really all depends on your personality. Like me, I prefer to do both. On today's episode of Clarion Call, we'll be speaking on the effects of social media. And I have a special guest with me today that will be discussing this issue. So I'm your host, Ayobami Ogunsola, and stay tuned for more on social media after the break. So welcome back to Clarion Call on Lagos Television. I'm your host, Ayobami Ogunsola, and I have here with me my special guest.
Wanko Udako.
So thank you for joining us here.
You're welcome.
So social media, what does that speak to you?
Okay, social media is basically a means of interaction between one or two people, groups of people in a particular community, sharing ideas and information within each other, and sharing a whole lot of things, information and the rest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So would you say you're a very big user of social media?
Yeah, of course. I don't think there's anyone in the 21st century these days that is not a big user of social media. We use social media in different ways: phones, laptops, TVs. Anyway, just name it. So I have my phone and I have social networks which I communicate through. So yes, I'm a big user of social media.
So what forms of what forms of media, or should I say, or of apps do you use?
Well, a social network. There's a whole lot of different types of social network right now. We have Facebook, we have BlackBerry Messenger, we have Twitter, Instagram, High Five, Badu, a whole lot of them, but just a few. And so many people like to be in those social networks because they have their different applications of communicating within each other.
So you would say that it makes it easier.
Yeah, of course. Social media makes life generally very easier. It helps to communicate with people far and close by. You send messages, you send texts, you send informations. You get access to informations too. Even when you cannot, basic informations, people scan and print and send. People scan and send, and then you get it through your email, you print all that stuff. So there's a lot of positive things we achieve from social media.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But of course, with positive comes negative, right?
Oh yeah, sure, of course.
So
of
what
course.
what would you say are some bad
Yeah,
things?
there are a few negative things. Of course, a whole lot anyway. A whole lot. People tend to take advantage of things anyway. Sometimes, especially in the world of today, we can see a lot of fraud going on here and there. It's through social media. You hear people embezzling other people's money. Some people hacking into other people's accounts.
Have you hacked into someone's account?
No, please, I haven't hacked into
Are you sure?
anyone's account, but I mean, we hear these things every day. You understand? So, if there was no social media, there was no technology of such, there wouldn't be any room for hacking into people's world, people's privacy. And then you see upcoming kids, students being so attached and addicted to their iPads and phones. I mean,
that's
kids,
true.
kids have iPads these days. So tiring. I mean, my days we didn't even have phones, but
I still don't have an iPad.
okay. So, all right. I think I'm still getting it difficult to believe that. But I mean, these days kids have iPads and huge gadgets. So I mean, they use these things, go online, see anything they want to see, get access to everything they want to get access to, including the X-rated ones, the ones you're not supposed to see, the erotic ones. So this actually it affects our kids. It diverts them from the educational aspect, their school, their assignments, everything they're meant to concentrate on, and then they're going ahead to watch movies and all that stuff. So it still deteriorates their educative capacity. So that's a very huge negative effect it plays. Even on youths too. Youths use that and present themselves as something else online, fake lives, fake identities, frauds, and all that ingenuity. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there are a whole lot
So,
of
so would you
negative stuff.
say there should be a limit or a restriction for
Oh,
a certain
well,
age?
yeah. I mean, there should be. It's like it's a normal thing that should be done. It's a step that has to be taken because these kids, there's no restriction right now. You just go on net and you get just type whatever you want and it comes out. So I think there should be an extent to how these things happen. There should be a limit, I don't know. Government should, I mean, someone should just come up with something, but just place a limit there so that kids of social age from range this to that should have access to this and not access to that. You understand? So I think that would go a very long way to reduce the negative influences social media is having on the society.
Okay. Thank you for that input. And we'll talk more on that when we come back from the break on Clarion Call. And welcome back to Clarion Call. Once again, I am your host, Ayobami Ogunsola, and I'm here with my special guest, UD. And we were speaking on social media. And last we left off, we were talking about, the positive and the negative aspects of social media, which are, positive things such as, information, uh, being received fast, and also the negative aspects such as child having access to things that they should not have to.
Right.
And thank you again, UD, for joining us here on Clarion Call.
You're welcome.
I am your host, Ayo, and stay tuned for next segment on Clarion Call, where it's a call to duty and a call for responsibility. Thank you.
No clap. Nothing. No clap. Why would you? Do I start now?
Three, 2, 1, go.
Good day, viewers. My name is Wankwa Udako.
Take 2. Go.
Good day.
Action.
Good day, viewers. My name is Wankwa Udako, and on today's episode of Clarion Call, we will be speaking on the effects of social media. And I have a very pleasant, exquisite guest with me here, and I will be introducing him to you just after the break. Stay tuned. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, viewers. No clap. Nothing. No clap. Why would you? Do I start now?
3, 2, 1, go.
Good day, viewers. My name is Wankwa Udako.
Take 2. Go.
Good day.
Action.
Good day, viewers. My name is Wankwa Udako, and on today's episode of Clarion Call, we will be speaking on the effects of social media. And I have a very pleasant, exquisite guest with me here, and I will be introducing him to you just after the break. Stay tuned. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, viewers. And we're still on another episode of Clarion Call, speaking on the effects of social media in the country and society at large. And I still remain Wankwa Udako, and my guest here is
Adeyemo.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Adeyemo. So, we're actually talking about social media here. What do you really understand about social media? What are your views on social media, basically?
Social media simply means interacting and exchange of ideas,
Okay.
and which includes Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and so on and so forth.
Okay. So, do you think what exactly are the positive effects of social media? What has social media done so far? What is the impact it has created in the society so far?
most of most of all,
Yeah, it's okay. It's allowed.
Okay. social media has really impacted a lot in our community, and most of all, meeting people. You meet people easily on Twitter, Facebook. You chat up with people. You do your business on
Yeah.
Facebook, on Twitter.
Mhm.
You buy and sell. Going to the market, getting stuffs. I don't think you need that again. The site's there for you. You click online, you get what you want.
Yes.
And to the youth especially, whereby some are not feeling too good to talk to someone one-on-one, they can easily chat up their friends. We have some kids in school whereby they can't even look up to their friend and say, hey, what's up? But on Facebook and Twitter, you hear them saying, how are you doing? And it has been a lot more easier for them to
Yeah.
relate to people.
Oh, okay.
So in quote, let's say meeting people
All right.
has been the major and positive factor.
Okay. So apart from this positive impacts that social media has created, the easy interaction between people, communication, personal information, and the rest, do you think that it has laid some negative effects on the society? Do you think it actually has some negative prone of values in the society?
Yeah, that's a good question. It reminds me. Let me give an example of a friend of mine is a teacher. It was teaching, and the student was looking down to her phone, and it got to her and was like, "What are you doing?" And all of a sudden, she was watching porn online in the class. So